Timberwolves are going to win the world championship.
Edwards. They are advancing to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years.
Oh, it's on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, baby.
Woohoo! Welcome to Wolves After Dark. Timberwolves win 115-107 against the Raptors. And a lot of that is thanks to that amazing third quarter. Holy cow. What a fun quarter. Maybe, honestly, maybe the most fun I've ever had watching a quarter of basketball. I just was laughing in disbelief how amazing we were doing. Everybody was doing behind the back passes. Ant gets a poster dunk. Just awesome. Just super, super awesome. If you haven't already liked the stream, subscribe to the stream. Check out our short. I put a short up of the Ant poster dunk if you didn't see it. And as always, we are brought to you by Fourth Generation Flooring. They bring you the tier list, and we're going to have a little sneak peek, potentially, at something else that we're going to be adding to stream, a new entire section of the stream. Exciting news. But we're going to talk about the game first. We'll get into the tier list and talk about the upcoming schedule. So let's dive in and get to chat as well. Feel free to participate in chat. Here we go. Put it up on screen. Third place, here we come. The Rockets just lost to the Warriors. I want to make sure that that's still accurate. They said it on the broadcast, but I don't believe it. Did we actually? They did lose without Steph Curry. That's incredible. Oh my. We are in third now. Third place officially. That feels very good. We're still 5 games back of the Spurs for the second seed, but at the end of the day, it really just matters that you're the top 4. And at the real end of the day, all I care about is top 6. Just be in a playoff series. Don't have to play your way in. That's the goal. 3 seed indeed. We are the 3rd seed. I see Pineapple says, I've been craving pineapples like crazy lately, so I love your username. Giggly 3rd place. All right. Gerald Beckert, OG stream member. I hate how this team makes me feel when they try. It makes me so mad we don't get to see it more. If we would actually just build good habits in the season instead of coasting on talent. I do feel you there. Obviously, I know. Because we've been through this year and over again. So it is frustrating, but obviously this is so much fun. I do think the one thing that I've kind of had to tell myself recently, and maybe this is wrong. I don't know that this is right. I'm just saying this because it's what I'm thinking. But I feel like there is an element to the players playing 82 games where it's not even maybe 25 to 35% of the games, you kind of just have to be like, hey, we're just going to coast and see what happens because I don't want to exert that much effort, I don't think that's winning. I don't think that's winning habits, but this team, when they have these moments like that third quarter, they just show why they've been a Western Conference Finals team 2 years in a row. And I do believe that if they had that consistency, that could take them up a notch. But the one thing, actually, this is a great transition because I meant to say this and write this down as a note, but I didn't. But one thing that I've been excited about, because even just before this game, because this game was pretty good, but the last 2 games or so, I think, have really, since the All-Star break, we've had a couple good games and a couple bad games, but it's we are able to survive the bad games now because of Io Dumu, because of Naz Reid, because of Bones Highland. Our bench now is capable enough to keep us afloat when the starters maybe are getting outplayed or out hustled and things like that. It's kind of a perfect little situation where we have this depth now that can make up for any mistakes that we make or any lack of effort, which is not, we don't want to accept that lack of effort, but it is, I don't know, just seeing Io out there and be like a plus 80 tonight or whatever he was, feels really good. What was he actually? He was plus 25. But you get Io with 13 points, Naz with 12. Kyle even comes in and gives you minutes. I don't know. It's pretty awesome. So Pat Fossen with the member. Appreciate it. Have you not been a member before? I swear you were a member before. I've seen your name, but either way, you've been here before, I'm pretty sure. Or else you have the same name as somebody else. But I love you, Ant. I love you, Naz. Third place. Yes, indeed. Rockets were so overrated. And honestly, I think the Rockets will struggle. I think they're going to struggle because they don't have a point guard. It's the same issues on it. There's some similar issues, anyways, that the Suns had last year, where they're just missing out on a point guard. And they have a center now, but I don't know. It just feels like it's not going to work come playoffs. Obviously, KD can turn it on and go crazy, and they've got really good defense and a great coach, but I don't know. Kyle Anderson can't play in the playoffs. When him and Rudy were on the floor together, it was god awful because of strictly Kyle. I know you're not gonna like this answer, but I really am not gonna be too hard on Kyle just yet. And maybe you're talking about previously, not now. But if you're talking about now, I am gonna give them more time to figure it out because it's just the second game back. He was gone for a full year and a half. So, I'm willing to give him more time, and I didn't hate the minutes tonight. I know he had some bad moments out there tonight, and he was a -11. But again, there's just some things with Kyle where I appreciate them, and I feel like, again, it's the same thing as the conversation that I was having about the bench. He still needs to get into the groove of things, but he had 4 assists in 15 minutes tonight. I don't know. I'm not trying to say that he had a good night. I'm just trying to say having a player like that, I think I do like as your 8th or 9th person. Obviously he's not going to be your 6th or 7th man. Maybe not even 8th. He might be 9th or 10th, but which then maybe he doesn't play in the playoffs. I don't know, but I think that Io pickup is turning out. I think so too. It's kind of funny. I don't necessarily have tons of, there's a ton of good things that he does on the court, but there's also sometimes where I just feel a little uneasy. I think it's just me getting used to his play style and everything like that. But it's obviously translating statistically. So it doesn't matter how I feel about it. He scored. And I like some of the plays. That play where he's just pushing it up and he's got 3 people on him. He just gets a layup. And then he pushes the pace the other way. I think it was first half. And he just almost dunks it, but just lays it in over everybody. I just love those plays. If everyone stays healthy, we're going to the finals. I really do believe this as well. I know I'm a Timberwolves fan, so obviously I'm going to be a homer. But it really just is every year we've figured out something new. Couple the first year when we played against Memphis or whatever, it was our first playoff series, and then we played against Denver, figured that out. But then we went up against Denver the next year, or was it that, I don't know, whatever, the 7-game series, we figured out how to beat them. Then it was on to the Mavs or Luka, and we just couldn't beat Luka. And then the next year we play Luka in the playoffs, we beat Luka, and then we move on to Golden State, whatever. We've been able to beat Golden State, but then we move on to OKC, and they're our kryptonite. And then this season we've beat them twice already. And going into a playoff series, I'm not saying it wouldn't be tough, but I just think that we have maybe learned some things, and the ability to beat them. I know that the national media and outsiders outside of the Wolves wouldn't give us much of a chance, but I think there's a real good chance that we win that series. And then it's just going up against whoever comes out of the East, which at the current moment, you don't want it to be the Hornets. But I have confidence against the East. So I don't know. Chicago Bulls literally got fleeced. Yeah. Did you guys see that? What was it? What was his name? Rob Dillingham. Forgot his name already. Rob Dillingham, that rainbow turnover that he bounced off the back of his foot. It's just so sad. Oh man. That Io isn't a sieve. How do you say that on defense? Given how horribly awful we were with Mike on the floor, dude, 100%. Swapping that for that, it's a huge difference right now. It's a huge difference. Okay. Yeah, you guys. Okay, I gotta catch up. Pug's back. Welcome back. Kyle has super high IQ. Yeah, he's slow, but he can play better defense than Julius and a better passer. Low key, Julius's passing's been weird lately. Julius has just been weird in general lately. I'm not going to get too hung up on anything in particular with him, but because I feel like he generally had a pretty good game today. Maybe a really good game. I didn't have any, I can't really think of many problems. Did he have a bunch of turnovers or anything? He only had 2. I guess I don't really have a problem with it, but um, don't do Rob like that. I do feel bad. And the thing is that Rob just needs more time. What's Rob doing tonight? Let's see. Rob Dillingham's playing right now. He's 11 points. He's 5 of 11. See, he's fine. In 16 minutes. He's playing great. Everybody liked the stream for Rob Dillingham. These lineups are getting so interesting and fun. Bench combo players and depth is so much more fun to watch. It is. And that's, again, I'm not going to talk about it long, but just shortly. That's why I keep saying that I am way more excited about this Io trade than maybe this offseason, if we don't get far enough in the playoffs, maybe we entertain Giannis again. But for now, for this season and winning this season, Io was the move. So I like it a lot, and it's just going to be. I just really like where we're heading. We're doing the same thing we did last year, where out of All-Star break, we stumble the first couple games, and then we go on an amazing run to bring ourselves into a very good spot come playoffs. I mean, right, we're better than we are last year. And I also think that us as fans, we're very critical of the team, which is good. We should be critical. We should be critical of reporters. We should be critical of players. And we should be critical of me and my grades of the tier list. No, I'm just kidding. But no, because when you're critical of these things, it makes people think about it. It makes people work on their craft. And it's important. So I don't want anybody to dismiss criticism. And I don't want to be somebody to dismiss criticism. However, I do think that we do have to take a step back for a second and realize that we weren't necessarily in a great spot last year halfway through the season. We were feeling very uncomfy, and our record already this season is so much higher. It's one of these things where you look back last season, you're like, oh, we really weren't that good yet. It really, so much of our success happened starting right now last season. And if we can do that again, but we're already the 3 seed, we don't need to be the 2 seed or the 1 seed to be successful. But you're just getting into that 2 or 3 seed is super important, because then you possibly avoid OKC or whoever the 1 seed is for longer. So anyways, great point, Lieutenant. I love it. Be grateful. We got here during the play-in championship. Now we got real stakes. Yeah, I'm just excited. I'm just so excited to have the rest of the season go on. I mean, we've got fun schedule coming up next week. We got a lot of LA teams. Ant's on his MVP run. Ant didn't even score that much tonight, but I feel like it was an amazing game. It's just fun to watch threes and dunks, man. I hate to be that casual, but like seeing a lot of dunks or seeing a poster dunk and threes, sign me up. I'm totally good. Undefeated in the second round of the playoffs. We are. That's true. Wow, that is an interesting stat. What the heck? That is crazy. We are the goats of the second round of the playoffs. You just got to get us there. But I do like that. Hope Naz is all right. Didn't shoot well after the shoulder thing. Yeah, he did not. I mean, the good news is that he came back out. But to be honest, he hasn't been shooting well since really his first shoulder thing a couple games ago. So, maybe this is a time for him to sit out. Maybe, I mean, he came back in, so I imagine he's probably good to go. But that was scary. Definitely scary. We cannot be losing a player like Naz, even though he hasn't been playing well recently. I mean, that's the thing. Imagine if we have Io playing like this, and then you have Naz also contributing like his normal Naz Reid stuff. That's the team that gets so dangerous for teams. And then if you throw Bones in there every couple games, we'll talk about Bones. We're going to get to players. We're talking very player specific now, so we should get there. But yes, who steps up if Naz misses time? It's kind of weird. I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of Kyle Anderson. Depending on the matchup, you might see Johan Berenger, and then also maybe TJ. But TJ's just not looking good. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, and I'm going to try to say this without it being pause worthy, but like on the court, the way he looks good, and he looks ready to be like a contributor. It's just not happening. like physically he looks good, but his play does not look good. He's turning the ball over. He's forcing things, fouling a lot. just doesn't look good. So we'll see. I mean, maybe we've got a lot of people that can step up. And that's the other thing that I like about this is that, if we are to lose Naz Reid for a certain amount of time, we have players. It's not like we lose Naz and there goes our bench, because we have players that can step up. Dumu can play. Obviously, we just have options. Kyle Anderson, Bones, all of those guys can step up. I know they aren't bigs, but we have options. Kyle is probably the one that would step in, though, I would imagine. I think he's just more poised than the other players. So anyways, I did want to give you guys a quick sneak peek into what we might be looking at for a new segment of the show. Do you guys want to see it? Well, I'll show you. Okay. You got to make sure you like the stream. And I am going to show you this. And it's not done yet also, okay? I'm still working on it, so you have to give me some time. But it's coming up here right after this commercial break. This episode of Wolves After Dark and this tier list are brought to you by 4th Generation Flooring, a local family-run business and a Wolves After Dark member with 4 generations of experience in carpet and vinyl flooring, 1 skilled crew, careful furniture moving, and competitive pricing on quality stocked products, plus access to a huge special order showroom. 4th Generation Flooring, quality work done right. W4th Gen Flooring. I got you all with that. They bring you the tier list. However, I bring you something brand new, okay? And it is a new game grade system. Here it is. It says the wrong season. Forget that. There's things that need to be fixed. However, we are going to be grading games based on their funness, the drama or physicalness, memorable moments, funny moments, star performances, vibes, and then we're even going to put in a Chick-fil-A button. Did we get Chick-fil-A or not? We've got some fun stuff coming up. Coming soon to a stream near you. But for first, we're going to do what we normally do and do the tier list. Tier list time. All right. Sponsorship pending. Yes, a new sponsor possibly coming. We don't have any new sponsors coming. Unless if you know anybody, DM me. W new segment indeed, but the tier list is always going to be here. Also, we might change the tier list to match that vibe a little bit more, because this is just something I made by hand. I would love to have something a little bit different. Questions about the new segment? Is that a win-loss booster? Yes, it is. Looks dope. Is it a website? So my goal also with that is that I'd like for it to be something that you guys could also participate in via a link or a QR code where you could grade it yourself, because then I could put out my grades for there, and then we could kind of combine ours. Oh, and then the other thing that's going to happen at the end, hopefully, is we're going to have like an IMDb ranking system, like how you can see episodes and see like what episodes were highly rated and what ones were low. We'll have that kind of a system at the end where we'll be able to look back at every single game and be like, oh, look at this Toronto game that we ranked pretty highly, So stuff like that. We got some new stuff coming. We've been I've teased new content forever, but now I feel like it's time to actually do this. Anyways, tier list time. Ashwin better figure out a way to attend the playoff games. Ashwin probably will. I think Ashwin actually told me that he might not be back in the far too distant future. He's got some game stuff coming up, which, by the way, we are going to share some of this stuff with his game. I just got to get the links, and I want to make sure that we hit maximum virality because he's got a launch coming up here in like a week for his game, and we're definitely going to do that. So, okay. Tier list. Get your grades in for whoever you feel like saying. No, we're not going to do any of the garbage time players. Don't feel like it. Barely want to do Bones, but to be honest with you, we will do him. He played 13 minutes, had 3 points. He was a -14, -14, had a turnover, 2 fouls. The problem is if Bones isn't on fire shooting, it's a problem. His defense is not good. And even offensively, I just felt like he was very stagnant. It felt like he was maybe thinking he was hot tonight, but he was not. Not that he shot a crazy amount of times or anything like that, but it just was not good. I think this is a just not enough, but it's maybe a little unfair, but I did not like it. So Ashwin is so mysterious, isn't he? Yes. Bones was a product of Kyle being on the floor with him. Maybe that could be, but I that could be part of it. But I really do think a lot of it is just Bones. Like he's just trying to be. I mean, I get it. He needs to get his own, and he needs to, try to showcase his own talents because this might be the only year he's with us. I don't know. So he might be trying to get a contract with us or with other people. I don't know. But we need him to just be a nice fast guard combo with Io. I could see some merit to the Kyle Anderson thing, but the defense, I mean, that's not a Kyle Anderson thing. Just his one-on-one defense is not good. It's very bad. He's fouling a lot. He's getting blown by a lot by players that are not great players. So it's a liability, but it's a liability that you can handle as your eighth man. That's okay. So, but tonight I really didn't like it. So if you guys disagree with me, I'm sorry, but I don't like it. Let's see. Glenn Taylor, limo driver for calling in sick. A1. I don't even know what you're talking about. Bones has been frustrating the last two games, and Kyle is being overhated. I agree, but I think that's just Love Fadina. I think Love Fadina just hates Kyle. So don't take too much of that. He can't find consistency. We're in a downward swing of Bones roller coaster right now. And that's the thing. You're right, Manimal. It's a roller coaster. So this is the bottom part of the roller coaster, but we're going to go back up to the top. Next up, let's do Kyle Anderson. Love Fadina, take it away. No, but for real, Kyle Anderson. As I mentioned, he played 15 minutes. He had 4 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. He was minus 11. He was 2 of 4, and had 3 fouls. Again, I didn't necessarily hate it, but I obviously he's still getting integrated into the offense. I just think that we were able to see some of the moments that we've seen in Kyle in the past, where it's kind of like we get the decel and the layup, and some defense and the length that he provides. So I'm not saying that he played amazing tonight. I'm not trying to make any case for him necessarily. I'm just saying that I don't think it was terrible. So this is probably close to what I expected. It's like, I don't know. I think I just expected it. I don't think it was above expectations, which is why I understand why you guys are saying fine, because I think he was fine by definition, but fine by definition of the tier list, I don't think so. So Kyle, squashed Kyle. I really wonder if he's actually squashed like this. Oh, okay. I was trying to make him, well, sure. Now he's kind of big, so whatever. He's meh. Executive decision, lieutenant decision. Next up, Jaden. No, let's do Naz and then Dumu. Naz Reid, thank goodness you're not hurt, or maybe you're not hurt. But still not shooting the ball particularly well, but had some really fun moments in that third quarter as well. He had 12 points and 6 rebounds in 21 minutes. He was plus 16. He was 5 of 12. A lot of those misses, though, came in the fourth. Let's see. How many did he took 4 shots and missed all 4 in the fourth, all 3-pointers, by the way. But he was a part of the fun in the third, so that's cool. Yeah, I mean, this was probably a fine game. I think, I don't know that it was above expectations, and I also don't think it was necessarily meh or expected, because, well, it's close. It's close, I guess. I don't know. Nas, fine game. He was fine. Let's see. That fast break flush was fun. Yeah, that was fun. And then he was part of one of those behind the back passes, one of the dozen behind the back passes that we did in the third. For like a 3, I think. I could be wrong. There was so much happening. I was just laughing the whole third quarter. But no, I think he was fine. Bowtie Blizzy says fine. I'm saying fine. If you have any problems, you have to take it out on them. And Adam signed up for criticism. Okay. Yes, Wolves and 6 indeed. Next up, what are we doing? Io Dumu. Get your grades in for Io. Top plus minus player on the night? Question mark. Yes. for us. Well, yeah, of course, nobody was plus whatever on the other side. 13 points in 27 minutes. He had 3 steals and a block. He was 6 of 11. No turnovers. Love that. Only 2 fouls. Played some pretty good defense at times. Some really pesky defense. He was part of that unit that kind of came in because in the first quarter, we gave up like a 10-point lead right away. And then Io came in that second quarter and we started to lock down a little bit more. And then the second half, obviously, he was there too. So Io was awesome. This was a great game for him. I really love this. I don't know that we're going to expect like some huge outbursts from him, but honestly, consistency would go a long way for this team. So if he can consistently play like this for 20 to 30 minutes, yes. And this is the other reason that Io is so exciting because, Jaden has a tough game with fouls tonight. You have Io now that can come in. I know they're different, but Io's long. And like I said, he's bigger than people think. So I just love the optionality this team has. I'm not saying it guarantees a finals win, but like we just have options now. We just have options at like every position. Point guard's still like the trickiest, but he's almost like a hybrid sort of kind of point guard too. I mean, he's not the ball dominant guard that I feel super comfortable with like a ton of ball handling necessarily, but Ant has gotten better in that regard. Ant has had about a couple bad games recently, ball handling, but just in general, Ant has been better this season than I expected. So that's made it a little less bad, but I just love this game from him. I agree with what everybody's saying in chat. I think he's 52 wins. If he scored more or did some crazy stuff, we're definitely bumping that up to HSD, but I think it's pretty good. Io is another high IQ guy for sure. For sure. We got to keep that high IQ so he doesn't revert back to what the rest of our team is. He needs to spread into our team so that we can learn from him and have high IQ as a team. But 52. I love it. Okay. Next up, who do we have? Do we have any other bench players? I think that's it for the bench players. And now we are on to the starters. And you know what? Let's actually start with Jaden. We love you, Jaden. But too many fouls. Some of them valid, some of them not. Again, just there's just weird calls that happen every night that drive me crazy. But I think I have to live with some amount of bad calls. He had 8 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds in only 21 minutes, but that's because he had 5 fouls. Picked up 2 within the first 4 minutes of the game. That's really bad. That's shades of like rookie second year Jaden. But he did contribute. I thought some of his buckets came in at good times. But I'm not trying to say that he was anything higher than probably meh. I mean, this is like peak we care about you, bud. In the tier list. It's not so much that it was, well, I guess meh is not expected. Oh, wait, did I do this wrong earlier? Fine as expected. Oh, yeah, you're right. I saw a comment that somebody said that was like saying I'm describing the wrong tiers. I was. Kyle might have been meh, or might have been fine then. We'll see. If you guys feel like Kyle could be fine, let me know. But I think Jaden was definitely meh. This was kind of unnoticed. And I mean, low key, kind of a bad game, but I think we love Jaden enough to not put him in just not enough, bud. So that's my feelings there. Dante. Kyle should get a tier called Kyle. It was meh for his decision making for sure. Yeah, because I think his play was fine. It's just that he was limited by his decision making. The amount of play was limited by his decision making. Lenny with the dunk. Are you guys talking about the? Somebody else talked about Lenny earlier, and I was like, "Who? What are we talking about Lenny for?" By the way, he was cooking the other day. Oh, he's only got 8 points tonight, but he had like 20 something points the other day. I had to watch highlights of him. Anyways, Jaden, you're meh. Dante, get your grades in for Dante DiVincenzo. Oopsies. Dante DiVincenzo, where'd he go? He played only 27 minutes. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. He was 4 of 7. Had his 4 shots. Made 4 free throws also. He's doubling up on the 4 meme. Only one turnover, only one personal foul. I think this is a pretty good game. I don't really recall too many individual moments. I remember his threes because he hit the first shot of the game for us, and then he hit a three. He hit a three late that kind of like sealed it for us, essentially. Um, but no, I mean, Dante's been pretty consistent recently. I feel like we've seen these like 12 to 16 point games recently. Um, I really like it. Got Dante nice to 52, 52, nice or 52. Do you still have your Wolves Lenny jersey? I don't think I ever did. Clark County and cash. Disruptive. 52 almost HSD. Okay. I mean, his defense really is. It has made a lot of difference recently. I love that. I really do. We've got a super chat from Kron, the GOAT, another OG of the channel. We're at 40 wins. Wow, that's crazy. We're at 40 wins. After the tier list, can we map out the last 19 games and make an educated guess? Yes, and actually, I might be able to find a website that lets us guess all of them. That might be kind of fun. I've done this in the past. I have to find the website, though, so you guys might have to be patient with me. But I will find that, and we will go through that and work it out together. We'll do that quick. Because you can just, like, toggle which game you think is going to happen and, make a decision off of that. So, am I wearing pants? You're going to have to wait until the end. 100 likes on the stream. If we get to 100 likes, I'll show you if I'm wearing pants or not. Starting the OF immediately if we get to 100 likes. Dante steals feel like they always turn into points. Well, yeah, because he's always doing it deep out at the 3-point line. But even that one where he missed on a steal and then got the steal again, that was pretty cool. I think we'll put him in 52 wins. I agree. I think he had similar contributions as to Io, just in a starter role with more minutes. Although they played the same exact amount of minutes, so that works. But yes, Kron, I will definitely do that. And Kron, oh my gosh, 5 gifted. Are you kidding me? W Kron in the chat. We love you, Kron. For real. W memberships, indeed. Indeed. Oh my goodness. You're crazy. You're crazy. But yes, let's get into it. Oh wow. I didn't even realize that other people went live after the games anymore. I thought it was just us. I thought Cooper was the only other one. By the way, Dane Moore's going to do live content next year. Jack Borman goes live. I had no idea. Oopsies. Anyways, what was I going to do? Yeah, no, Dante was great though. Dante was great. I'll take that all the time. Just pulling this up real quick. Hopefully this is not loud. Please don't be loud. I'm pulling up a video. Boom. There we go. Kron, you inspired me. I forgot something that I've wanted to do recently, and I just keep forgetting. But I'll do it later. What was I going to do? Back to the, not stream. Where's the tier list? There we go. Okay. Next up, let's do Rudy Gobert. Get your grades in for Rudy. Honestly, he should probably not be going third to last. He should probably go in second to last or something. But get your grades in for Rudy Gobert. He had 18 points in 35 minutes, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal. He was 7 of 8. Had some amazing defensive stops. Really great offense. This was like an all-around great Rudy game. And you kind of knew that coming in because they had Pirtle as their center, who has cooked us in the past. However, he was really their only big because who was it? CM. What is the name of that guy? There's another guy that plays for them that has like CMB. I was right. He kind of cooked us last time. He was not playing tonight. He was injured. So I think that helped us a lot. And I think this was a game where I was like, again, we need to take advantage of this. But this was a great game from Rudy. I think this was a dominating game. Rudy was 52 wins, maybe HSD. Oh, never mind HSD. Yeah, and the pass. That was great. That was honestly great. No, I'm with you guys. I think this was HSD. This was a defensive player of the year game. This was not offensive player of the year, but like this was a great offensive showing for a limited offensive player. his version of Cash in a way. But we're not going to put him in Cash because the defense was more than Clark County, better than Cash. It was HSD. I'm totally with you guys. Oh yeah, Mamu. That's right. Cleaned up the boards. He definitely did. He had another big quarter. I don't remember which one it was, but there's these quarters recently where he's just gobbling up rebounds. It's pretty awesome. So next up, let's do Julius Randle. Julius Randle. He had 17 points in 34 minutes, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. He was 5 of 11, still not hitting from threes, but he got to the line again, 7 of 8. He only had 2 turnovers. He did have 4 fouls. This was, again, one of the better Julius games we've seen in a while. It's still not peak. I mean, not peak, but it's still not like what we fully expect from him. But based on our expectations coming into the game, I think this was better than we'd probably expect. For similar reasons, I thought that Julius could maybe dominate this game. There was a portion of the game where he was starting to dominate a little bit, and that felt pretty good. Maybe these last couple games of him just gaining a little bit of steam to kind of get back into the flow of Julius from March and April last year. Because if we can get that Julius back and heading into the playoffs, holy cow, we are, as I say every stream, we're winning the NBA Finals. But it still isn't. It's still not exactly what we're fully expecting from him if we were to say just any random game. But the reason that I think I'm willing to go a little bit higher than just like meh or fine is that I think he was okay tonight. It's kind of I think it's kind of fine or nice for me. That's my initial thing, but I can be persuaded. What did everybody else say? Creative Insightful says fine. Bowtie Blizzy says fine. Adam Larkin says fine. This is what we need, bare minimum. I mean, that's true. March Madness, Julius will feed families. I hope so. Like I said, I'm down for him having a terrible middle of the season and even late season, as long as that means that the very end of the season and playoffs are great. I don't want that to take away from others. But yeah, we can put him in fine. Although I think he should probably be ahead of Naz. I don't know. It's actually kind of close, but I've already switched him. And I don't know if I want to switch him back. They're close. That's all I'll say. I don't know that there's necessarily an order there. But yeah, he's fine. Gerald says fine. It's fine. Next up and last, Anthony Edwards. Before we get into looking at the rest of the season and you guys watching me Google, Bing, and then Bing, Yahoo, and then Yahoo rest of season schedule. Anthony Edwards, get your grades in for Ant. Again, not necessarily like the highest scoring game. Not going to do great for his MVP. However, what is going to do great for his MVP case is a massive poster 2-hand dunk over RJ Barrett. He had 22 points in 34 minutes. He had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal. He was 8 of 12. 5 of 8 from 3. Another great 3-point shooting game for him. Did have 4 turnovers tonight, like I mentioned earlier. Even though his handle has been better this season, the last couple games have not really been there. Only 1 foul. Also glad he didn't get hurt on the dunk too. But my goodness. Let's see. Where are we? Nice for Ant. Okay. Slam dunk, 52 wins. Was Barnes' Ant energy as good as on TV? I mean, was it Barnes? I don't know what you're talking about. But Barnes. Yeah. I don't know why. I always just think of him as Scotty, not Barnes. It was okay. I think there was a moment. I think I missed the moment that everybody's talking about, but 12 shots for 22 points. We moved for real. That's incredible. 52 wins or cash. I think it's 52. Those assists during that third quarter stretch was fun. That was such a fun quarter. I will definitely be watching that full quarter back in its entirety. Like, no doubt about it. I was at the game tonight. Amazing poster. Oh my gosh, Swimmin', I'm so jealous of you. I'm so jealous of anybody that was at the game, because that third quarter is what I dream to attend in person. Like, I just can't imagine how, like, there was these like Rudy blocks and obviously the Ant dunk and just like momentum moments. You know, the Timberwolves sorely have, I mean, what am I saying? We don't have those moments often. at least not to that degree. So that's just super fun, and I'm so jealous of you, and I hope that you enjoyed it. But I'm secretly fuming because I want to be there for that. There was one game that I remember. I don't remember what year, but it was early Ant years. We actually lost the game. It was against the Pelicans, but it's kind of an underrated Ant dunk where we were down by like 15 points or something, and then Ant started bringing us back on a run. This is before Ant was polished like at all. He was still very raw, and he had this nice dunk over, I think it was Trey Murphy, that the crowd just went crazy for, and it felt like we were having multiple of those moments in the third quarter. Oh, I loved it. Shout out FJD for real. FJD had a fun time, I bet. Wolves have to go 12-7 in the last night. We only have 19 games left. My goodness. I guess Kron said that earlier, but it didn't register to me. 19 games is nuts. We can go 12-7. Rudy tweet. Pass out to Naz 3. Yeah, exactly. It's just so fun. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I think it's 52 wins. I saw some of you guys saying nice. I know that the points aren't there as much, but we cannot let a dunk like that go unnoticed. Honestly, I don't even care if he shot. I mean, I know he shot very well tonight, but like, I don't care if he shot 8 of 22 tonight. He's going in 52 wins at a minimum for that dunk. But he shot amazing. This was just such an efficient game in every way possible, both scoring and with like impact scoring. It just was really good. So also shout out to Ant. I felt like in that second quarter, again, I don't know that it was exactly the second quarter, but sometime around the second quarter, when the team started to lock in defensively, a lot of that was him, and he was putting a lot of pressure on the ball, coming even just across the court. Shout out to him for that. But yeah, I think it's 52 wins. I could maybe even go up to HSG because of that dunk. I'm such a sucker for dunks, and we have not had a ton of them this year from him that are amazing. This one was amazing. This one was incredible. And two hands. It's rare that you get two-hand dunk posters that are satisfying, and that was a very, very satisfying two-hand dunk. Again, side note, I'm very glad he did not. I thought he broke his hand again. The same problem. I wish he would stop injuring himself on these dunks so that I could fully enjoy the entire moment rather than have this super high and then be like, oh no, he just broke his shooting hand, So anyways, Ant is 52 wins. Easy. There's all our old and young people. That's crazy. What a fun game. And as Kron said, we are going to go to that website that I was talking about. And we are going to, what is this? It's like playoff. Oh my gosh, I found it immediately. You guys don't have to. Oh no, I didn't. Dang it. Close though. Actually, I might show you guys this one too. But playoff predictor. Yeah, there we go. Now we're in business. Let's go to basketball. Okay. Can we do this? NBA 2025 season? Is that what this is? Uh-oh. SoundCloud, or not SoundCloud, Cloudflare, whatever it is. Does it have, current standings. Here we go. I'll put it up on screen in a second. I just got to make sure. Also, I'm getting ads out the wazoo on this website. But I like this. I like this website a lot, so we're going to use it. Okay. Got it here. Let me take it out here. Make it a little bit more vertical. There we go. Perfect. Share this. Go here. Boom. Okay. Oh, that's why I can only see part of it. I was blocking myself. Here we go. Well, we can do this. No, we don't need that. Okay. Sorry. Here we are. We've done it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get these dang ads out of here. Holy cow. I am not going to State Farm in Redmond, although that is where I live. So now you guys get to see that. So, okay. Next up, we've got all the games coming up. Thank you, Kron, for this idea. If this would stop freaking out, there we go. Okay, next game. So we got 19 games left. We're going to go through every game and see what our record is at the end. Me and Ashwin have actually done this to do other seasons, which is sort of fun. We've gone through in the beginning of the season and done this, and we were actually pretty close last season, if I remember correctly. So home teams are on the right, away teams on the left. We have a big away stretch coming up, I guess, but let's go through these. Brought to you by Mei Ling Wu in Redmond. I'm going to sign up for insurance right after this. Okay. For legal purposes, this is not brought to you by State Farm. First game, Saturday, Magic. I choose the Magic. I'm sorry. There's something about the Magic. I feel like we play terrible against them all the time. You could say that about Toronto, but we swept them this year. I don't know. I just feel like we are due a loss at some point, whether that be because Ant was questionable again coming into this game. Naz now has a shoulder thing. You know, if we were to lose like Ant and Naz for Saturday's game, I would worry. Even if we don't, still a little bit worried. It's an afternoon game as well. I think it's like 2 p.m. or something. The Magic suck. Exactly. That's the point. They suck. So I worry. However, immediately my mindset changes. Lakers, Timberwolves win. I feel very confident about that. This is the perfect time for Anthony Edwards to ascend into the top of the MVP conversation. I don't think it's going to happen. I think people are very set on Shea, and Jokic and anybody else who has played enough eligible games. But this is the perfect time, okay? He's going to be in LA, in California, with all the bigwigs watching, and especially also, look, we got the Thunder there too. I think we beat the Clippers. I think we beat the Warriors. I mean, the Warriors are kind of weird right now. I don't know what to expect from them. However, if Porzingis plays, I'm a little 50-50 there. And then the Thunder, I don't know what to think about this game. I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. But I think we've already beat them twice, so I think they're going to take this seriously. It depends also because they've been super unhealthy, so it's hard to really gauge like what they're going to be. I don't know what to pick. Well, I'll answer. I just saw Carrot's question. Who are you scared of in the playoffs? We will talk about that in a second also. We've got so many different segments to this show, guys. If you haven't already, you have to like the stream. We're almost at 50 likes already, and I said if we get to 100, I would not take my pants off. I would show you if I was wearing pants. I think I'm going to go Thunder just because I think they've heard all of these narratives about us being one of only 2 teams to beat them. So I think they're going to take it very seriously. And they have looked pretty good recently. I watched them against the Knicks last night. It was a close game. Jaden was out, but Chet was playing really well until the end. But it was a good game. I think I'm going to pick the Thunder. But I could definitely see a Wolves win. Us against the Suns, this has been a little bit more tricky. The Suns might have a little bit more. I mean, because if we go on this kind of a stretch and if we were to somehow beat the Magic, obviously we're going to be sitting pretty in the Western Conference standings. So I think the Suns could have a little bit more to play for. However, it's a home game for us. I'm going to choose us. We play against the Jazz. We got to beat the Jazz. Trailblazers, we just played them and beat them. I just saw that happen. Also, the Suns are very hurt. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're going to beat the Suns for sure. Trailblazers is a little tricky because they might want to try to have some revenge here, but we should win this game. Now, we're on to the Celtics, okay? Timberwolves, Celtics. Celtics are playing at home. They're going to have Jason Tatum back unless they do some weird, like, he plays one game, is off the next. They're not the same amazing team that they were a year ago or 2 years ago, but they're still a very good team. And they have that new center. I don't know how to pronounce his name or even really what it is. But he's looking really good as well. That's a tough one. I guess I'm kind of 50-50. So since they're the home team, I'm probably going to give it to them. I don't want to, though. Timberwolves Rockets. This could be a massively important game. Because this could very well be the fight for the 3 seed at this moment. I mean, if we win this many games, it might not be that much of a fight, but it could still be. And depending, if we were to lose some of these games that I say we're winning, could be. But I don't know. I feel good against the Rockets. I really don't get too scared about the Rockets going to Carrot's question that I'll get to in a second. I'm not really that worried about the Rockets. I'm not saying they can't beat us, and I think that it would be a great series between the two of us. But I think that they have exploitable problems. The point guard play is not good. And then Şengün, we've been able to kind of beat recently. I kind of think this is the Wolves to win. What did you say, Love Fadina? The Rockets are actually not a good team for real. Their offense is terrible. It's actually, yeah, I've been kind of not rooting for them, but early in the season, I was kind of like hopeful that they would be good with KD. They're just not, I don't know. It's just something not right there. Now, this is a game I'm very excited for. I'm going to be at the Pistons Timberwolves game. Oh boy. I hope that this is an amazing game because I'm going to be there, like I said. But I mean, the Pistons have lost a couple games recently, I think. At least or did they lose tonight? Let me see. Have they officially? They did lose tonight against the Spurs. See, I think that they're kind of, I mean, they are a good team. Don't get me wrong. Cade is amazing. And kind of, I mean, he's worthy of being in these same conversations of Ant versus him. And then Duren, I love Duren. I think I'm going to go Timberwolves. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not to be too much of a homer, though. I'm really 50-50. I think Cade and Ant will battle hard. I think so. Pistons will be very back and forth. Cade's legit. I don't know. You're sleeping on Cade. He's good. I mean, they're different types of players, but Cade is legit. For real. Yes, this is the player that I was trying to think of. Wolves, Pistons going to be interesting. That's why I'm so excited for this game. Also, Anthony Edwards bobblehead night. Man, I don't know. Just give them the split. We play them right after. Oh, true. Yeah, so we'll do that. I like this. Thank you. I should have been looking forward to the schedule. We beat them at home. Then it's Timberwolves Mavericks. I mean, at this point, with only 7 games left, we should be beating the Mavericks. The Mavericks should be trying to lose, right? The Mavericks, where are they in the standings? Are they anywhere near the play-in? They are not. So they should be trying to lose. So I think we should win. And then we'll give the split to the Pistons. I love this comment. Thank you so much. 76ers have stuff to play for. They're right now in the 6th. And they're at home. I think that this could be a sneaky 76ers game for them. I think this could happen. And then we play the Hornets at home. This is a tricky one. The Hornets have played so well, and I think they've won 6 games in a row by more than 15 points or something like that each game. It's something crazy. I don't know. I have a hard time choosing the Hornets over the Timberwolves. I really just, yeah. Oh, that's true. Maxey, the dunk revenge. I actually don't hate that. Wouldn't be surprised if the 76ers wanted more, but that's kind of my point. I like what you're saying, Alani, but I think that the 76ers are going to have way more important time of getting this here. So I think I'm going to stick with them. I don't know what to do with the Hornets. Ant will have another superhero moment versus Charlotte. You could convince me. Mike revenge game. You know what? We're going to say Timberwolves because of Mike revenge game. We're going to play Mike Conley 20 minutes, and he's going to score 15 and assist on 7. And 2 steals. Save this clip. Pacers, Wolves. Pacers got to be tanking at this point, although they're being forced by the league not to. But we got to win. Then we play the Magic again. We're getting down to the last 3 games of the season. These should be very important games for us, hypothetically, unless we're ahead by so much. The Magic, if we lose like I think we're going to lose on Saturday, this is revenge. And it's an away game. We love playing away games. I can see that. And then the Rockets, I don't know. I mean, there's a weird part of me that thinks, I mean, if we win all these games that I'm saying we're going to win here, then it feels like we might not have to be in that much of a playoff contention race at this point. So I could see the Rockets maybe sneaking one out at home. Again, I don't really believe in the Rockets, but, it's just one of these things where, the worst team can win on given night. It just can happen, And then lastly, I mean, even if we aren't playing all of our players, we should still beat the Pelicans, and it's a home game. So finish out the year with 53 wins. Look at that. 53 wins. I love it. What do you guys think? I agree, Cameron. Wolves will go 19. Well, what did I put them at? So I put them at how many wins in the last games here? I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Whoa. Is that what I have? What just happened? I think I have 13. Was it 13? Yeah, so they go 13-6 basically. We may never lose again. It actually was some non-Timberwolves games. We'll drop to the Pelicans just to make. Actually, the Pelicans do kill us. I forgot about that, and that's more fitting, right? If the Pelicans win, then we get 52 wins. So I don't know, toss up 50-50 on the last one. But anyways, that was fun. Thanks for that, Kron. I appreciate it. We should do that more often. We could do that more often, except it's a lot of ads for State Farm that I'm not getting paid for. But I appreciate that. Pat, thank you for becoming a member. Kron, thank you for the 5 gifted. And Carrot, your question of the day: who are you scared of in the playoffs? I mean, realistically, nobody. I am not scared of anybody in the playoffs. The teams that I'm not scared of anybody. But I think what you're just asking in general is like, is there teams that I'd be like a little less wanting to play? I mean, not really. I'm kind of excited about everything because, again, we play up to the competition and we are better than the teams. Like, if we end up being like the 2nd or 3rd seed, like right now, as the standings go, we would be playing. Let me see. What would we be doing? Oops, what did I do? Oh shoot, it doesn't show me. Okay, but it would. I mean, I think we'd be playing the Lakers. Yeah, we're playing the Lakers, and I feel great about playing the Lakers. I feel really good about playing the Lakers. We could be playing the Suns too as the 6th seed. They're in the 7 right now, but if we play the Suns, I feel great about that. If we play the Warriors, I feel great about that. You know, if the Clippers or the Blazers somehow get up there, it's not going to happen, but that would be okay. The Nuggets, we have amazing games against Nuggets. I mean, the only problem that I have with the Nuggets is that I'm almost positive that we would go 7 games, which then is going to tire us out. So I don't love that, but you know, that would be really fun. The Rockets, I said, I'm not really that worried about. The Spurs are maybe low key like the most worried that I am, but it's really only Wemby, and I just don't have confidence that Wemby can be consistently dominant enough to win 4 of 7 games against us. I understand that he's an incredible player, and he's dominant just because of the size that he is. But I really do think that, I mean, the problem with Wemby is that he's a cheat code if he's on, because he can shoot over anyone. And if he can do that, then we have to start doubling him. And then they have shot makers and playmakers on that team. So I get a little bit worried about that. And then the Thunder, of course. I mean, the Thunder are just a very disciplined team. You know, they're the opposite of the Timberwolves, where they don't have high highs and low lows. They are just consistently great all the time. They're injured, though. They've been injured this season. But even still, you know, with our new team of like 8, you know, our top 8, I really like our chances against the Thunder's 8, you know. Ant seems to play really well against Shea. It's just a lot of fun. So the Spurs are the only one they get a little bit worried about, but honestly, I don't necessarily trust the players outside of Wemby to be good enough to win a playoff series against us. So we'll see. Spurs guards cannot shoot the 3. Julius on Wemby, easy. I mean, Julius too. Julius was licking his chops, remember? Yeah. Okay, so Pug, this is actually true. I'm not scared of any other team. I'm scared of Julius, because Julius will either sink or float this playoff championship run. But I've just got weird confidence that Julius is going to turn it around. Julius is always going to be Julius, but I think we just have a chance. So anyways, I think that's it for me. We just hit the hour mark. It's perfect. If you haven't already liked the stream, what are we at? We're at 47 likes. If we get 3 more likes, we're going to do a giveaway. And I actually might just do 2 giveaways. 2 merch giveaways in the Discord if we can get over 50 likes. And if we get to 60 likes, we'll do 3 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. And we got some new merch, I think. Or relative. I haven't done anything recent, but there's some new stuff that I haven't talked about. And make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't already, please do check out the new short that I put up on YouTube and on TikTok. Give me those views. Give me the algorithms. Give me everything, okay? I would love to see that. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I love Fadina. I was actually kind of midway saying what I was saying about the Nuggets. I was like, honestly, the Nuggets do kind of worry me. But again, I don't know. They've been kind of weird. They're beatable. It's just that I think it would take a long time. So anyways, look at that. We're over 52 likes, which means you guys need to get into the Discord. Go to the Discord right up there. Scan that link. It'll take you to the Discord. Go to the giveaways channel. I will be posting that right after stream. And the winner will be announced in an hour, probably. So if you're watching the VOD, you might be too late. And you got to be here for the live streams. Also, I might be putting these shows out in audio format on podcasts. I think too many people listen on podcasts that I'm missing and don't do what I do and just have YouTube playing in the background in the car or whatever, not watching it, just listening to it audio-wise. But that's because I'm a weirdo. Podcasts makes more sense. Anyways, Discord link up there. I think that's it for now. The Nuggets do need healthy AG. If they don't have him healthy, it's over. So, all right, new segments coming out soon. Once I get this all put together and finished up and everything, I think that'll be kind of fun. Holy cow, look at how many people we just had join the Discord. I love it. Join the Discord. 52 wins, still possible. And as we just did, seemingly we're going to get 52 wins. Intro is the outro. I don't know if I'm going to hear. I don't know if I'm going to be here on Saturday because it's an afternoon game, and I'm going to a concert on Saturday. So we'll see. But it's Saturday night. I still might be able to do a stream, but if we lose like I expect, I don't want to do a stream. So 50-50 on the stream, but we will be back next week. All those California games. Intro is the outro. 52 wins. See you.
I believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win the world championship.
Edwards. Oh, Edwards!